Okay, so last time we left off with method number 8, which is RSS. RSS stands for Really Simple Syndication, and um, it's one of those technologies that I think a lot of people aren't really aware of, but the people that are use it all the time. So let's take a look at how we can use it to generate some viral traffic for our websites. There are really two uses for RSS, pushing and pulling. Pushing allows you to broadcast updates from your site to RSS readers. So in the previous method we talked about, or in method number 6 I should say, we talked about blogging, and what one of the elements of blogging is the ability to send updates to your followers, the people that subscribe to your site. And the nice thing about this is, they can be out surfing the web doing their own thing, and if they have an RSS reader set up with your blog RSS, they will get these alerts on their reader saying, hey, this blog has some new content on it, so they'll then go visit your website. So it's very, very popular with blogs and also news sites. They've really hopped on the bandwagon here and are making use of this push technology to alert subscribers that there's a new news headline on the website. So they'll send the headline out to the RSS reader and draw the reader back to the main site to view the full article. So that's pushing. Pulling is a great way to add some fresh content to your site, all on autopilot. It's really quite neat. There are a lot of programs and scripts that have been written especially for this purpose. And what it does when you plug it into, say for example, a WordPress blog, it will go out and grab content for you and actually write it onto your website. So it's a fantastic way of generating some new content, fresh content all the time. Search engines love it. They want to see websites that are kept up to date and fresh. So it's a terrific way to generate some viral traffic for your website, especially in conjunction with the push technology that RSS allows. So definitely take a look at RSS, especially if you're setting up a blog. The two almost go hand in hand. So we'll look at method number 9 now, which is to write free content for other sites. So how does this work then? Well, other blogs out there need fresh new content all the time, and we've talked about this quite often now during this series. So fresh content, new content, not only do human beings love to read it, but search engines love to see that as well, which is very, very important as far as ranking goes. So what you do is you find blogs about things that you're interested in, and you approach the owner about writing for them. As we talked about earlier with blogging, it's a lot of hard work because there's a lot of writing involved in order to keep that content fresh. So oftentimes you'll find bloggers who maybe they have several blogs on the go, they just don't have the time to write as much as they want to. So if you approach them and say, listen, I'm willing to write you some articles, they're probably going to be very interested in taking you up on that offer. So what you do is you send them a sample of your work so they can get an idea of your style, and just to make sure that you're both on the same page. And when they do accept your work, how you benefit from this is you include an About the Author box with your article, in your article, that links back to your site. So you write the article for this other blog, they get some great content, but the caveat is that you are able to include a little About the Author box at the bottom of the article, and this states who you are and what your interests are, and always includes a link back to your main website. Method number 10 is called link baiting. So this sounds very interesting. Let's take a look at what this actually means. So link baiting refers to the practice of getting other sites to link to your site. Always sounds great. What's involved? Well, we've talked about a couple of methods already, such as providing fresh, unique content. What you can do is, if you're skilled at any sort of programming, for example, is create an application, such as a mortgage calculator, that can be used on other websites. Mortgage calculator is an easy example. There are many, many different types of little applications. They don't have to be very complicated at all. Just something that takes two numbers and adds them together. Put it in a script form and allow it to be used by other websites. So the neat thing about this is that these little applications that you make will have a little link at the bottom that will include that will send the user back to your site. So it's win-win again. A lot of these techniques are, because you're providing something that can be used by other sites out there, but in the meantime they're spreading your links virally. You're not doing any other work other than the initial work that you did the very first time around. So it works out really, really well, and the traffic from this, if you are able to create a really cool little application or script, or even like a poll or something like that, something that really grabs the attention of people out there, that will spread rather quickly. And as we've talked about many times so far, you get all these eyeballs on your links, they're going to go to your site. One way to get other links pointing to your site is to create some controversy. So this definitely can generate some interest in your links, but you have to be careful about any sort of reputation that you create for yourself online. Putting out some controversial political statements or ethical statements or anything contrarian is definitely going to generate some interest. The people are going to wonder who the heck this person is. How dare they think that sort of thing, and they're going to want to learn more about you. Some people may agree with you and want to find out more about you and then go to visit your site. But be careful. What you write on the internet is going to be there potentially forever. So just think twice before you write anything too controversial. The benefit, obviously, of all these links that you're creating out there is search engines, and in particular Google. They love incoming links. So building as many as you can is a great way to increase your ranking really quickly. Google refreshes its rankings quite often, and they weigh sites with lots of incoming links quite highly. So it's a great way to shoot past your competition and rise in the rankings. There are a couple of examples that made great use of link baiting. There was a website that was created a couple years ago called One Red Paperclip, and the concept behind this was the owner of the site started out with a single red paperclip and advertised that he would like to trade it for something, anything. And he worked his way from that one red paperclip, traded it for, I forget what it was, a stick of bubble gum, so on and so forth. He managed to trade his way up to a house. So the amazing thing was, it was a completely unique concept. It generated a lot of interest. It made national news, I think, at the time. And it's a great example of sort of thinking outside of the box and getting that viral traffic working for you. Get the population of the internet doing your marketing for you, and you'll see that traffic flooding in. So we'll pick up with the next audio recording with method number 11, which is to run contests.